Good evening everyone, and very welcome to this next leg in our tour of the European Union. As you can see, the reason I am saying evening is that I actually didn't plan to fly today, but turned out I had a little time to spare, even though it's quite late in the evening, and I thought let's do a night flight. So it's around 22:30 p.m. So 10:30 in the evening here in Malta, where we arrived a couple of days ago. We've had a lovely time here and enjoyed the good weather, but now it's time to get on to our next country of the European Union, which is Greece, and we are going to Corfu, beautiful island of Corfu, where we have some lovely adjacent scenery for the island, and where we have a very interesting approach into the lovely little airport, Leokonassis, I think it's called, don't hang me up on it. We are of course in virtual reality on the Oculus Rift S using Explain 11, and our flight today is, or our aircraft is, as always, the 737-800 SIBO mod. Flying the Scandinavian flag here, Scandinavian Airlines Viking Saga livery, and our call sign as always is Scandinavian 511. We are online on VATSIM. Currently I do not see any traffic around. There should be a couple of arrivals here though, at least scheduled for this evening. And as of now there's also a bit of traffic going on in Corfu, so it shall be interesting to see. We also have a little weather on our way, so that's always interesting. Now normally I do not fly at night for that simple reason that it looks better in daytime. You can see things, you can see your auto, enjoy all that sort of stuff. But night flying also has a certain charm to it, and as this next flight leg is mainly over water, I thought it would be a good opportunity to do some night flying. We won't miss much, and we do actually even have some weather. We should be in the air for around an hour, and using around half an hour to set up, so I expect us not to use more than 2 hours for this entire flight leg. If you're impatient, you can always skip ahead around 30 minutes or so, and we should be ready to taxi for a takeoff. As always, also I have failures and excessive G-forces and overspeeding failures enable, which means that we are flying as realistically as we possibly can. And as you might have noticed in the previous video, we did have a failure going from Alicante to Naples. We chose to quick fix that failure for that due reason that it was a long flight leg, and I rarely have the time to do such long flight legs, so we cheated a bit and fixed the failure. It was an aileron or control issue, which normally I would have diverted down to Menorca, which I also did consider, but given the time constraints we chose to quick fix it. Never found out what the issue really was, if it was a hydraulic issue or what was going on. Could have grabbed our QNH and gone through the steps there, but we chose to quick fix it. So, but I do promise that future failures we will take seriously and act accordingly, as long as they are realistic failures and not some glitch in the software. So, not much going on here. Let's go to our aircraft and jump in the cockpit and set up. There's a lovely ground handling bus. Noisy as always. And here's our aircraft ready to receive boarding passengers. So let's shut the door. Please try to keep some of the noise out, and let's get properly seated. So I will not talk too loud, so I do hope that you can hear me. I do not want to wake up the entire household who is in crew rest. So hopefully I am speaking loud enough for you to hear. So let's get some power going, eh? We have ground power, and I want some light. Yeah, of course, you smoke. There we go. And you can come on. You can come on. There we go. Start aligning. Boom, boom. And yeah. This. And that should pretty much have us all set. So let's just start with the boring tests. Yeah. But it's a good thing to do because it could have a malfunction actually, and it would be such a drag to have to reset everything and start all over. And doesn't work. As I wanted. Let me get some light here. So as mentioned, we do actually have some weather. We'll see the forecast after. I don't know if it will come up during this flight, but so reset that. Looks good. Also good. Down. Some light here, please. There we go. Working well. And working well. And the noisy TAT test.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Crossing. Climb. Climb. Crossing. Climb.
Good.
Climb. Climb. Clear of conflict. Descend. 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 Crossing. Descend. Descend. Crossing. Descend. Descend. Descend now. Descend.
So let's just get the position now. In here.
Increase climb.
We're on Malta.
Increase climb. Increase descent. Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed.
He's so noisy, ain't he?
Maintain vertical speed. Crossing.
Corfu is
vertical speed. TCAS test pass.
Yeah. So guys, I need to be completely honest with you. Previously I actually started this flight, but I never really left the ground because everything was so damn laggy due to some issue on the computer. First issue I've had. So instead of continuing on with the flight and making a video that's practically unwatchable for you guys, I decided to bin that whole flight and go and get about with everyday life and other things and come back this evening, so, or this night. So not that I've cheated too much, just realized pretty quickly that it would be was unbearable basically. It's both for me to do the sim and for you to watch. So zero fuel weight 55.7 and 6.6, so we'll take 8 tons due to weather. 55.7. That's about it, and 8 tons we're taking extra because there are some weather, almost basically entire route strewn across the entire southern coast of Italy, so might have to deal with that. Okay, let's get this 30,000 feet, so let's just get that set. Just about it. And reserve 2.9. Yeah, 2.9. So let's go on to the routes. We are departing, and That's runway 31, allotted to Delta. There we go. And that's Mike 600 takes us to DNAP. And beautiful Mike 600 to Idemi. Oops. One. There we go. That's the start of the arrival. Idemi 1 Papa, we might review that because I had a look at the chart and I really want to do an RNAV approach, and it's a really fun RNAV approach into a destination. So we can have a quick look at that. Boom, boom, boom. There we have it, the arrival. We'll fly the we can fly the Idemi 1 Juliet. Just the 1 Papa. What about this one here? Latin 2 Sierra. We could take that. That's straight in. Or runway 34. RNAV. Just look for. There we go. Shall be interesting to see 2.9 to see the routing here. What we can actually do now. I'm just getting. I do like the ground handling plug-in, but I hate the sound. It's so noisy. It's like you're standing with your head in the truck. We just put you here and then we'll start the boarding. So we're going to 30,000. We need some winds here. Two 770. 7 shoot 7 and +9. Execute that. 25 degrees outside today. That's quite warm for nighttime. We'll do 24K and flaps 5. Boom, 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 boom. 146. Oops. That's about right. Just set the approach. We'll look at that later. So let's check the route. Straight ahead, right hand turn, around over the ocean, straight ahead. That was descent. That's the start of the arrival. So sharp left hand turn onto Latin. That one will take us to BedX. Yeah, so normally you'd be vectored here. Straight to BedX, preferably. But we'll comply. Maybe we'll do a shortcut to BedX from, since there's no ATC and we can pretty much do what we like. So we could do from EDME direct to BedX. Let's be cheeky and do that. BedX is quite low, and let's do something like this, just to have a bit more control of what is happening, since we are flying this alone. Just zoom in real nice and have a look. EDME to BedX. Start our descent, and then we come into the skewed runway heading. So we basically almost just 10-15 seconds before touchdown, we will align ourselves with the real runway heading and land. So basically the airport is sitting on the east coast of the island, and there's a lot of terrain here, so you're flying real close to the terrain. That's why you can't go into runway heading. So it's can be a real challenge, especially if you have weather or at night time. It can be a real challenge actually. And the runway is small and short, and can't recall how well it is lit up, but it's quite challenging and can be quite fun. So we'll stick with that. Let's just have a look at the weather here. As you can see, basically going through all of this, so we might have to do some zigzag. Might even have to go in over Italy through this channel here. It would be quite a trek to go all the way around. So we will basically be zigzagging, but that looks good. That's what I want. So let's shut the doors. And find ourselves some charts. 297, so we need the MFR rate. Let's get that up so we can get our virtual reality mouse. 297. So we are looking at 1297. That's pretty close, that's good enough. There we go. Hop you down. And go to map, please, and get your reel down. And you can go up. And airport. So I already set up our pushback. Wrong one. So we don't have to, there we go, mess around with that. Basically we are facing southeast, going down to the end of runway 31, taking off at heading 312. Yeah, and we'll need that departure. Lower that to Delta. There we go. Straight ahead then. Lower to Delta at 1.6 Lima Mike, turn left 305. So there we go. And track to 8 LM, turn right 1010. So that's set. Initial climb clearance 5,000. So we'll just take that. Don't expect any ATC at this hour on a Monday evening. Yeah, I forgot to mention, this is actually our sort of anniversary. It's exactly 2 weeks since we started our journey. So we have been traveling Europe for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks ago we left Norway and entered the first country, Germany, landed in Berlin, Tegel, and kicked off this wonderful journey. We are now not even halfway, but we will give it a good push. Once we start going north, we'll have some nice short sectors. So enter set GZO, so we'll need Lima Mike and GZO 15.7. It's already tuned from arrival. Yep. And Lima Mike 110.5. Already tuned from arrival. There we go. Not popping up. That's weird. So basically, runway heading then shortly after turning 305 for a while, and then at around 2500-ish we will turn 1010. Yeah. So boom, 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 boom. Yes, yes. Okay, perfect. Get our new VATSIM map much better. So here we're sitting on Malta, going straight over here. Look at that traffic and going on there. I suspect that most of it has dissipated once we arrive. We'll arrive around midnight, I think. So that's the maps. So let's just I won't bother with that fuel in the center of the tank. We can leave it there. And also a normal. We'll review this once we get airborne. We'll plan our arrival, and then we'll have ourselves a geography lesson. I learned something about Greece. Okay, yeah, we can pop you on as well. It's nighttime. And all set pretty much, yeah. Could tune the airports. And 240 and 357. We need to get our QNH.
Lima, Mike, Lima, airport information, Foxtrot 2015, Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility 10,000, sky condition, few clouds at 2,500, temperature 25, dew point 19er, QNH 1014, advise on initial contact, you have information, Foxtrot
1014. And we don't need
Lima, Mike.
Unicom is tuned, and we have APU. Okay. So, where was I? Yeah, let's do the checklists, and let's actually just ask for there we go. Takes a while for him to.
Grounded cockpit, tow is driving up.
Oxygen tested, naval transfer switches auto and normal set, window heat on, pressurization mode selector is set to auto, flight estimates heading altimeter is checked, and parking brake is set, and engine start levers cut off. Before start, flight deck door is closed and locked. Fuel pumps, we have 7.9 tons aboard, 2 pumps on. Passenger signs are on. Windows are locked. MCP we have 146, 312 and 5000 set. We have 136, 137 and 146. CDO pre-flight completed, rather an alien from
Okay,
S3
all doors and
0.
hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Taxi and takeoff briefing completed, and anti-collision lights can now come on, please. There we go. Yeah, nothing going on there as expected. Europe is logging off for tonight. Still got coverage for that later on Monday though. Thank you. So let's get seated correctly. Perfect.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
And parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
And starting engines 2 and 1 in sequence, starting 2. Yep. Let me just check my old trusty butt kick it. Finally remembered. Get some fuel in. Yeah, the butt kick is sort of living its own life, so I have to push the button several times for it to really start up. But it is good to have once it works. I think that start a cutout, starting 1. Really can't feel anything from the butt kicker though. And fuel. That's very odd. Maybe I forgot to start the software for it. Pretty sure it did though. Yeah, it's on here. Explain.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Okay, set parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Strange thing with that butt kicker though. We'll just leave it be. Can't mess with that all night. So, parking brake is set, and we can pull forward, full back, left, center, right, and left. Looking good. And set. This one here. RTO. Recall checked. So let's just do before taxi. Generators are
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Thank you. So now generators are on. You can go there. Probe heat is on and anti-ice off. Isolation valve is auto. Engine start switch is continuous. Recall is checked. Auto brake RTO. Engine start levels idle detent. Flight controls checked. Run equipment is clear. And there's the bypass pin. Thank you. And let's just head on to Charlie and to the end of the runway and turn around on Alpha. Well, let's check. Yep. Okay. And let's go. And I'll take the weather. And we'll see what shows up on our radar this night. Just put that straight to TRA since we're going on the runway. And that's it for sunny Malta with the nice palm trees. And I'm not sure, but maybe, just maybe, this is the most southern airport we will ever visit on this European tour. So we actually do have Africa online. Cool, how cool is that? Big area, but not much going on. Whoop, almost missed. one day soon, hopefully, I will commence on a world flight in this wonderful aircraft. And I invite, of course, all of you to join me. I am working hard and tiresome when I'm not flying on getting ortho for as much of the world as I can get, and I'm actually pretty far along. I have, of course, almost all of Europe, at least what I need. I have the Middle East all covered. I have Pakistan and a very good chunk of India. I need some specific areas of India like Kathmandu, where I'd like to go. And then I'm working, I'm in the progress of working my way down through Thailand and getting the area between Thailand and Australia. Australia, I do have Fork Boy, and I have all of New Zealand.
Approaching 3-1.
And I have, so we'll just it looks clear. And I have the islands I need in the Pacific, and I have all of you as Fork Boy. So
have a good flight.
then I have some work to do in Canada on the way out, and maybe Greenland. And Iceland I have tried to get. It's very difficult to get good order
On
for
runway 133,200 feet
so
remaining.
So that would be awesome. So here we are on the runway. Ras going absolutely mental. He does not like me being on the runway. Let's do the before takeoff checklist. So we have flaps 5 green light and stabilizer trim 4.7 units D-stab and transponder to TARA. Before takeoff checklist complete and autopilots are on and set. And we still haven't got Lima mic tuned. Or at least we have it tuned, but it's not showing us anything, so we'll just have to wing it. Around 2500 we'll commence the turn. Flight directors will guide us as well, so it's no biggie. A bit faster. Yeah, so my plan is for this flight, other than great chance of me dodging storm clouds, is to just have a look at the approach, the fun RNAV approach, interesting RNAV approach. I have done it. I've done it enough times to say that, but so it'll be fun to do it in the dark. I haven't done it in the dark ever before. And then we'll have ourselves our usual little learning lesson, or we will learn something about this new European Union country, Greece, which we are going to. And I think this is flight lead. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the video here will say it. I think it's lake number 14 we're on, something like that. So short final looks clear.
Approaching 3-1.
Cabin is secure. Let's kill the lights in here and put you all the way back there. Okay, so let's just line up. Have a nice wide long runway here. It really is a big runway. So there we go. And if you're ready, then I am ready, and we can get onwards and say
on runway 3-1.
Ciao Malta, or goodbye Malta. That will do us nicely. Start the timer, get our stable. Let's go. So thrust is set, and indications are normal.
80 knots.
Excellent.
E1 rotation.
And rotation.
Positive rate.
And gear up. And the flight directors here. Coming up on... Still no Lima mic tuned.
1,000.
So we'll just follow the flight director here with the turn. And we can bug up. Keep it there for now. And we can go flaps 1. This heading will do us nicely for now. Try and get it nice and trimmed, flaps up. Yeah. So let's just get the before takeoff, after takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds on, parks auto, landing gear up, flaps up, no lights, okay, we can go VNAV. Start the turn. Clear ourselves a little higher. And command A. Clear ourselves all the way up. $30,000 set and set. I'm wondering what the VNAV is actually doing now, so we'll just disengage it and insert loaded. And RNAV re-engage. That should. No.
Bank angle.
Oops.
Bank angle.
What a messy departure. So. Yeah. So RNAV does have a tendency, ever so rarely, in the SIBA mod to really have a life of its own, but will manage just fine. So hopefully that should fix it. Just monitor it closely, and it's almost like it was following our heading select and not the. Here we have beautiful Malta in the night sky. Have some clouds just covering it up, a very beautiful look. That's the airport. Very easy to forget to look outside and enjoy the views. Coming up on 10, we can release the cabin crew. And there's Lima Mike, also late. That's 10. We come off. We are pressurizing nicely. Looking good so far. Didn't really like the mind of its own that RNAV had there, but how it is sometimes. Looking good. At 13, we are no clouds so far. So we can, yeah, we basically skipped this air point, just went straight to load it. It's alright. There's no real problems out here. Let's just have first officers last view on Malta as we are leaving it. it's good looking. I love this sim, even at night. It's really beautiful. Well, I'm really curious of what have happened to them. So my butt kicking here. Almost as if it has frozen up actually. You can't really have a remote here and nothing really seems to happen, so it was not meant to be this night. So we'll just take it nice and easily, no butt kicking. Okay. We are on track and on our way. And so far no weather, so that's always good news. Can bump it a bit further, like so. There's all the Italian airports. We can basically close this down now. This as well, gone. Romeo, there we go. Yeah, 1 feet, so no need to set altitude. Before we do anything else, let's just get a map so you can see where approximately we are. We have some smaller islands down here. Nothing real. Then we have Italy. The volcano Etna. And we're basically going all the way up along here to land in here. And I'm really curious about that weather. Let's just have a closer look. And let's update it. Yeah, so this here should be coming into view sometime soon. So if you check thunder and precipitation, yeah, look at this. There's no way. Let's see what Active Sky does, but it is connected to the sim. Activity idle. Okay, so I obviously can't. Yeah, now we can. Yeah, so we'll just look out for that weather. And here's our ever important truck that fly that will monitor our landing rate very closely. So let's get this back up. Yeah, definitely have some weather coming up. Would be very surprised if nothing shows. Maybe we'll be, of course, maybe we'll be above it and we'll be fine, but doubt such a big system would. How cool is that? That's Italy, far in there, Italian coastline. That's Italy. Really speaks how close Malta and Italy are, huh? So, yeah, right. Back to the setup, so we have time to go release the passengers as well. Arrival. So we decided to go with the Malta to Sierra. That's the Papa and Tango Sierra. Yeah, not much to say about that. So we need to tune 114.7. Yeah, cool. And yeah. And we are all set. Basically straight ahead. So let's get the approach up. That's the fun part. That's Italy. Beautiful Italian coast there. That's quite a far distance anyway on these night lights. Sometimes I complain about them, but this distance they look very cool. Yeah. Still no weather active, so we're going on RNAV 34. And we'll need the airport as well. 34. So we'll be going runway heading there, 45, and approach heading, yeah. Set the heading here, 40, and then we'll turn to 45 as the final, yeah, RNAV approach, final approach track offset 5 degrees from runway center line. That's very important, but if it's clear enough we will see it just fine, and we will correct it nicely and beautifully at the end. So coming up to top of the descent here. Yeah, so basically BedX at 210 and 55 is BedX. From BedX, yeah.
1,000 to go.
So BedX we would like to be at 4,000, right? And it has set for us 55, so we'll just set that as a hard altitude. And Kilo Romeo 601, 29 above, that's correct. Let's see if we can put in Kilo Romeo 602 actually. And give it 29 and 200. Yeah, 29 and 200 should be fine, and we are now headed 47. Let's get that in here. So now we're cruising. So and yeah, let's say 2. It's good enough. And 2, like so. Perfect. So obviously we are going to most likely bust this here altitude, but it's just fine. What we can do just like so. Yeah. Make it a little easier on RNAV. Then we'll slow down at 601 and do our turn, and nice and steady into 600 here, and that's more or less where I will disconnect. Most definitely that's the latest point, I think. So yeah, looking good, looking really good. Let's just watch that in the plan table, just to make absolutely sure that there's no nasty surprises there. BedX There's a new point, 602. If you zoom out, it should look just, yeah, it looks perfect. Nice. Then missed approach is a right turn. Back out to Bedex. It's already there. Nice. No weather yet. That's really odd actually, but disconnected. Let's just look at the map here. That doesn't work. But weather is active and map. Yeah, so just skip that. There we go. And no ATC, and we are quite alone here as well, so. And the airport. Quite easy to. So as you can see here, it's actually quite a short runway, so we really need to be braking. We don't have much room to float or anything stupid like that. A little bit of wind here. Maybe we do have some weather, but it's below us and giving us some turbulence here. Yeah. So I think we might as well just now set to auto brake 3. And our progress 142 to top of descent, and that looks quite nice with the profile as well, so that's good. Yeah. So now we're leaving the Italian coast here, or Sicily. Just about make out some lights in there far, far away. But that's really dim. Nothing on the weather radar, looks clear so far. So we are sort of here, right? So we should be getting some of this, but I don't know. We'll see. There are some clouds about them. Let's give a... So, what we can do actually, after the PE is done, is we can learn a little bit about our country of destination, Greece. Now, my deepest apologies to any Greek people watching for not going into a more heartlandish airport like Athens, or maybe some of the famous islands down here, and instead going to Corfu, which sits on the very fringes of Greece. But I really wanted to go and show you Corfu and the great scenery that there is there, and it's a really, really fun approach as well. And we are going to traverse the entire, almost the entirety of Greece, basically, when we go on to the next target, to Cyprus. So we will get some lovely views, hopefully, of Athens and the Greek islands on our way. So I hope that makes up for it. Anyway, Greece. Greece is a country in southeastern Europe with thousands of islands throughout the Aegean and Ionian seas. Influential in ancient times, it's often called the cradle of Western civilization. Athens, its capital, retains landmarks including the 5th century BC Acropolis citadel with the Parthenon, that's pronounced wrong I guess, temple. Greece is also known for its beaches, yeah, nice beaches, and the black sands of Santorini, the party resorts of Mykonos. The capital is Athens, the currency is euros, and the population as of 2017 is 10.7 million people. Let's do some fun facts for kids. Fun. The official name of Greece is Hellenic Republic. Greece is located in the southeastern Europe, close to both Africa and Asia. Around 2/3 of the Greek population live in urban areas. Greek is the official language spoken in Greece. Greece is a member of the European Union and uses euro as its currency. We know that, that's why we're going. Just keeping an eye on the weather radar in case something shows up. We do have some wind here though. Doesn't look like much, but it has to, maybe some gusts or something. The highest mountain in Greece is Mount Olympus. It has over 50 peaks, with the highest reaching 2,917 meters. That's 9,570 feet. That's a great deal, actually. Ancient Greece is said to have laid the foundation for Western civilization, having a large influence on the Roman Empire and European culture. That's so true. And we all know the stories of from Homer, and story of Odysseus, and democracy came from Greece. And yeah, really cool country. Lots and lots of history there. And yeah, food from Greece. What do we have? Gyros, I think it's called. At least we can listen to the national anthem as well while we have it here. So let's have a listen. It's called A Hymn to Liberty. This translation. And we shall pause it there and get back to our flight. So we will need a QNH for Corfu, which is now 1013, so that's standard. So I don't know why I pushed that. It made absolutely no sense, but I did it anyway. And I forgot to set the minima, which is 770. I'll just need to get the game client open and the VR mouse. And I'm really curious why we don't get any weather showing up. So this is where being able to tilt the weather radar in this mod, that's one of the more important things that are still missing. Just a second. So that's being able to tilt the weather radar would be quite useful here. I would like to have a good look at those clouds down there. I bet you that's the weather we're seeing. So normally you would be able to control the weather radar here, but as you can see, these knobs are not in function. So otherwise we would be able to tilt the weather radar and have a look at the clouds below us and see what's in them. But we can't do that, not yet, but hopefully one day we'll get good functioning weather radar in the Zebra mod. Yeah. Minima is set, we have the auto brake set, going to 140, and runway heading is 145. The speeds are set and everything is programmed, so not much to do now than to wait for the top of descent basically, which is in 83 miles. It do seem a bit cloudy down there, so we might actually have all of this stormy here well below us. so nothing that goes too high. Yeah, so over here, so we should be basically in the middle of it. We can turn on the clouds at least. So it should clear up as we approach Corfu. We should get some nice views. Let's just see. Few at 25, scattered at 8. Yeah. We might have some clouds, but we should get some good views of the island Corfu. So fishing boat, all the way down there. There's something special about night flights. So quiet in the skies, but it's still like ATC at night as well. So quite a lot of traffic here actually. So we have a Norwegian. That's a long flight. Vebjørn from Gardermoen, our home airport. So that's cool. And he's very close to. Yeah, let's close that. This guy just left for Manchester, long flight home. And let's have a look at this guy here. TUI, Christian Stromborg. Home airport is Stockholm, and he is going to Frankfurt. So hopefully he will be long gone once we arrive. And let's look in our approximate circle of vicinity just to see if we can expect anything. Let's look at this guy here. Nope, it's not going to be an issue. But this guy here, going to Nice. Yeah, I can't really see anyone who should be conflicting. Maybe this guy. Macedonia. Ryanair, but he's a bit far out. Yeah, so that's quite possibly the closest. So he has about half an hour to go. Whereas if we can open ourselves up here, we have about 20 minutes to go. So we'll be there, knock on wood, 10 minutes before him. Good to see him land. Top of descent coming up, and we'll start descending here. So we might actually it'll be interesting to see if we'll descend into. We should be descending away from the weather. Yeah, should get well clear if we are in the outskirts of it. So. And we have Kilo Romeo Kilo tuned. I do sense a little bit of wind going on. Put some night lighting on. Actually, let's go have a look. We're chugging along. Yeah, nothing much going on there. So let's get back into our cockpit. Actually, let's walk. Toddler size. Good leg room here. Really would like a sip of that Coke though. But, let's get into the jump seat. How about jump seat view? There's actually a cloud there, tall one. So I think we should just get in the seat and start monitoring if we actually pass through, I think, or are close to passing. There's a high cloud there, but there's nothing on the weather radar. So 34 miles. Nice seating here, so try to keep that for the duration of the rest of this flight. We're going to 44. And look at those clouds. There's definitely something cooking on down there. Really would love to get the radar pointed there and have a look. Just looking for a water bottle around here, which I placed all the way on the other side of the room, so no water for me though. I think I hear a lot of, just need to look at the volumes here. Oh, nothing I can do about the wind. Okay, so top of descent coming up thick and fast, and doesn't look like we have to worry too much about the weather. So Norwegian flight, hopefully he will he's airborne now, going to later. So he's at 9,000 feet, so he should be on the ground by the time we get there. So we can reset the MCP altitude, set it to 15 to start with. Let's get some lights up. So what I might do is do a level change instead of RNAV, at least for a good portion of our descent. 10 miles to go. And at EDME we need to be at 11,000, so let's look. We are set to arrive with 5.2 tons, and we have a zero fuel rate of 55.7. So that's 60.9. Should leave us here. So that's all set. We'll let the RNAV initiate the top of descent, and then we'll level change it down, I think. So there's some clouds there. We'll need to be careful with those. I do think we might actually be requiring some clouds all the way down, so there's definitely something brewing down there. So there's the top of the descent. Set it there for now. So we can seat the passengers and here we are. Here we came from Malta, and the next time we'll see any lights will be Corfu, Greece. Straight down descent and then left turn into the approach, basically. And missed approach is 4000 and join the conventional holding at Bedex. And we have the missed approach programmed as well, so that's comfortable to know. But hopefully we should have a quite nice landing and approach there. So, no wind at all. Visibility is good. Just a few clouds here and there. Still nothing on the weather radar. And we're at -8. So just monitor those clouds. It's hard to see the altitude. But this is where volumetric clouds would be awesome, because I would be able to then turn on some lights and easily see if we are in clouds. We still have a way to go. So we are slowly starting to creep well below our profile. I'll let it run a little more. Around 1000 we will go down to 80 and see what that does. And then we can put in our fixed points as well. That's 800. So yeah, we can start just adjusting it now and see what happens now. Slowly creeping back to us, so that's good. And what we can do is runway 34, and there's the airport. We can do get our distance ringing in. Didn't really bother loading in the forecast this time, but we'll do fine without it. It's still running a bit away from us here, so we'll just get it down ever some slight, just step it down. And just keep an eye on our friend here. Oh, what the? Yeah, so he's already turning final shortly. He's on his way to the 340, so he's at the funnest part now. And up. So buddy here is he was going to Nice, so this one here, yeah. So here he's far out, so we'll be well down by the time he Let's go down a bit further. Yeah, there's a big cloud system coming in here, so Tat 3, so let's just be preventive here. And the wing anti-ice is a explained thing, likes to ice up the wings, so yeah, just a thin one. Just sometimes it does that, it makes that flat vertical layer instead of deep clouds at altitude. Tat 4, can just pop it off again. Keep it at the ready. Send out a PA.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are descending. Seatbelt sign is on. If you happen to be up and about, please return to seat. Keep your seatbelt tabs for the maintenance flight.
Below our profile now. It's catching up slowly, so just monitor it. At Idemi we should still be at 284, so we're a bit slower than that, but that's fine.
Thousand to go.
Yeah, we can give it a bit more. Let's put it to 5. Yeah, it's really like it's balanced now. It doesn't really want to give us much more, so I'll just leave it there. We need to don't like to slow us too much down, so we'll be coming into issues with this guy. Those 600 feet will catch up quickly, you know. On our way in, still a thick layer down below us. At Idemi we should be at 11,000. Then we can really slow down because we have good 30 miles to bed X. So actually even seems like the descent was initiated just a tad early. Oh well, it's good. .4. Watching out for that cloud layer. Now we're coming up to, yeah, we're at Tat 14 now, so we're fine. Nothing is really showing up in those clouds, so. There's a Idemi, then we turn 29. Coming up on 10. Good. And pretty good. We have set the land altitude at 0, and we have 143,770. Recall was checked, and autobrake is 3. Pressurization landing altitude set. Recall checked. Autobrake 3. Landing ref. We have 144, and minimum says 143, sorry, so that's 148. Minimums are set, and approach briefing completed. Let's darken the cockpit. Put it behind here. And here's the clouds. It's at 18, so we are good. now you can slow down really well. Did run away from us there, but we'll be fine. Just pop it all the way down. Remember 4,000 was it, Mr. Broach? Yeah, 4,000. And transition at 5. Can't see anything yet.
Lima Golf Kilo Romeo Airport information Kilo 2050 Zulu weather wind calm visibility 10,000 sky condition few clouds at 2,500 8,000 scattered temperature 25 dew point 21 QNH 1013 advise on initial contact you have information.
That traffic warning, that was T-gas picking up the Norwegian aircraft that is landed in. Yeah, he has landed. So here we go, down below the clouds, and there we have Corfu. Straight ahead. Soon enough we'll be able to make out the runway lights, hopefully. And at BedX we're supposed to be at 210. Still below the profile, so as long as we're keeping it as where it is, we will shortly start slowing her down, so could go to 220 now. There we go. Should be coming in here. There we are. Do need to watch this terrain here. That's the one we actually skewed heading to avoid, so we're going to come real close, and we will see it once we leave Corfu, because we are of course leaving in daylight since we arrive at night, so, and flying over Greece in daylight, so we'll get a good view. Still a tad below profile. Let's just pop it back to 210 now. And our Norwegian friend has locked off, it seems, so everything is clear, and there's our opposing traffic all the way out there, so we are well clear of him. And I bet you that light you see in there is the airport. It is on the other side of those hills. You can just make out the hills out there and the airport in there. So we are looking basically through here, so the dark spot here is the terrain. There's the localizer. Everything is looking good. Profile is coming in, so once we hit it, I think we will engage RNAV. Sorry, RNAV. And let it take care of the rest while we slow down the aircraft and configure for landing. There's our standard time. Oh, not much will change. Yeah, that's the airport. Definitely the airport you see there, and there's the mountain, so we'll turn around it, come in. Soon enough we'll turn to 85. Yep. That's a gauge RNAV. Really beautiful evening here in Corfu. 21 degrees, and we are just 1300 meters above the ocean, believe it or not. '85. So once we get within the 10-mile ring, I might start getting a bit quieter, due to focusing and concentrating on not hitting a mountain. So we can zoom in a bit so we better can see the terrain here. There's the airport. Next I will see it will be on our final approach. Go flaps 1 now. There we go. Just to notch down the speed a little bit. And cabin crew, please be seated for landing. No need to have them flying around now behind there with their trolleys and stuff. That's the terrain. Soon enough we'll go down from 4. Could have waited with the flaps 1 to here, come to think of it. There we go. Then we can start coming down to flaps 5. Have our descent. There's the runway in there. Really short, narrow runway, so you really have to do it right. Soon enough we'll go to 340. Flaps 10. Nice and slow. That's all the hotels. Very famous holiday destination where Corfu is. Okay, so let's once we get out of the turn, let's go down to 60, and once we get out of the turn we will configure gear down. Go 40.
$2,500.
So the gear can come down now. Flaps 15. Clear to land. Lights are on and we clear to land, and cabin is secure, runway 34, and we can set final approach speed. And flaps 30 nice and early. Ready to disconnect. Looking at 340 and stay in the flight directives for now. So we didn't do the checklist, but flaps 30, gear down, green lights, clear to land. I'll just turn this to runway heading and go all the way in. Really is a high workload, just this final piece here. And if it were daylight, you would be looking into a mountainside there. Bit low.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
No, it's not, but we can set something like this. And it's now slowly come into the runway heading. Still a bit low, correcting. Shooting, landing. So
approaching 3-5.
Go. Here you really need to rely on the PABIs. That's basically all you got. Those two white streaks. That is the runway.
500.
Really need to. Actually, I want to be just a bit low.
400. 300.
Really narrow runway this is.
200.
Kill the speed.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And
feet
manual
remaining.
braking. So a bit low on the speed there, but I really didn't want to overshoot this particular runway because, as you can see, we're nearly at the end here. It's really easy to have a go around because you overshoot here. So it wasn't the best landing I've had here, to be honest, but it's nighttime. That's my excuse today. So this parking can be a bit for maze. I don't think we have any gate guidance, so let's go to let's just clean up. Let's go over there to the charter tourist area. Really need someone to sit here and clean this up for me so I can focus on the taxiing. And you can go away, and you can go away, and go to standby. So here we don't have any. So let's take number 7 if we can find it. There's no number there. Yeah, there's a looks like this here wants to guide me somewhere, so let's try and see what it has to offer us. There's all the buses ready to shuttle there. It does say 7 here, so should have been. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yeah, that's nice, but there's a truck in the way. Really think we are parked the opposite way around, to be honest. It's really difficult to make out at night time, so let's just park her here. There we go, there we have this sharp bright light into the cockpit. Okay, so let's get some chuck set and GPU connected. Boom. And ground power, so let's kill the engines. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Corfu in Greece. What a nice flight. The landing wasn't what I had hoped for, but that's what you get sometimes. And we got her down. It's a short runway, so really did want to do a go around now, especially with that guy coming in. It will really mess things up, so you can leave that on. And fuel is on, we can pop you off. And yeah. So let's leave it at that, shall we? We're not going anywhere tonight, so we can turn this off. And see if we can see our landing rate, which is most likely, yeah, 350. So I have actually, I think this is the worst I ever done in Corfu. I think I usually on around 200, not to brag, but really sucky, hard landing, but it's approved. Got us down. Had a bit too much sink rate, that was what clogged it up, but we'll complete it. I'll take it. And there we go. From Malta to Greece, Corfu. What a nice day of flying. So let's just shut this down and let's go outside and look at the landing rate. Here we are set, and if it's all about the yellow line, then at least I won that game today. Perfect parking. How about that? One leg on each on the dark sides and then smack in the middle. And we will of course comply with the parking regulations tomorrow morning. And yeah, so this is beautiful scenery from fligt Corfu. Really beautiful place, and that's why I chose to go here. So let's just go. Here we go. Can't even pronounce that. Kapodistrias. Yeah. So basically that's concludes tonight's flight. Our first flight at night, start and landing in darkness, and it's quite fun. So might do another flight like that. So there's the other guy coming in, and he should be going around and do the same as us. The next flight will be a bit longer leg. It will be a long trek from Corfu all across Greece, and also guess we'll see a little bit of Turkey before we touch down in the last southern European country, or there are plenty southern still, but the most southern, I think, or second most southernly, which is Cyprus. And once we have a touchdown in Cyprus, that also marks a sort of a turnaround point. From that point on, we will begin our long trek northbound throughout the central and eastern European countries, and from there we'll go north all the way up until we hit Helsinki, and then we'll turn west to Stockholm, Denmark, and finish in Brussels. But we have a long list of countries like Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, Austria, Poland, Lithuania, Estonia. Long list still, so we have plenty of flying yet left to do, and we are coming into autumn as well. We have been flying for 2 weeks now. We can expect more and more weather. Not so much thundery storms, but more windy weather. So yeah, I think I will conclude the flight here, and I would like to thank you once again for joining me on this awesome tour in virtual reality in Explain 11 through Europe, or European countries at least. And hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it and flying it, and hope you'll join me in the next video to Cyprus. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share as always. Thank you for flying with me, and have a nice day, morning, evening, wherever and whenever you are. Bye bye.